Hello, hello. Um, I'll share my screen very soon here. All right. So today, um, I want to do some pretty much. We're going to do backtesting. So my current strategy is called systematic trading. So I have been trading this some kind of strategy like this for a long time, probably about 2 months now, and I'm getting used to it, and it actually helped me a lot. Um, I actually passed some evals. I was about to get payout as well, but I failed because my psychology was not right. Now, but today we're gonna do some backtesting on a very interesting strategy um, on mini 500. Okay, so yesterday, hmm, okay, that was weird. Oh no, okay, it's down here. Okay, so yesterday I have been doing um, backtesting on this strategy for about a week now. I think I stopped it. I stopped it on Thursday, I think. So let's review it again. So this is on Monday. Um, so this is what kind of strategy it is. So basically, let me hide this drawing. This strategy is called MABOP. Okay, MABOP. Um, and this is invented by somebody from Avid Traders Forum, and I think it's a very great strategy. Just for beginner, the reason systematic trading is good for beginner is that um, when you put in a trade, for me personally, as long as I'm doing enough back testing, um, I'm quite confident to put my trade in, and I'm quite confident as long as it's working for like 2 months. As long as the data result is good enough, then I'm very confident in my trades. And also, it does quite require quite a, let me say, say about this again. So systematic trading, good for beginner, but basically, um, as long as they pass data research, back it up, yeah, and that's really important. I think one of the things that I think the reason it works is nowadays we basically use a lot of people just use the whole market is controlled by algorithm, and so it's kind of create this common pattern, um, basically a system pattern that you can trade off, right? But some days maybe the pattern is going to change a bit, and you just have to adapt to it. That's all. But the good thing about this system is that as long as the past data research backs you up, you feel confident to put the trade in. And also, but I think, in my opinion, in my research, in my experience so far working with this system, it does require um, just a basic knowledge of price action, right? It's not a lot at all. I haven't read anything about price action for a long time. What I know is that as long as I can know if if we are in a trend or not, right? Basically Dow theory. And if we are in consolidation, and then if we have like reversal pattern, right? I cannot share all my price action right now, but this system does not require a lot of price action, and you're gonna see me doing backtesting on this in a way that matches my knowledge of price action, because yeah, it's just that, right? We don't, with this system we don't have like specific access target or anything, right? You have to predict the price action and go with the trend or not. But to make this system work, from my opinion so far, the thing with psychology for this system, I think you will make money as long as you know how to add more position when you already identify that you are in the trend, right? If I'm in the trend, I know that if the trend is really strong, I will add more position and hold position as long as possible. Okay, and that's it. So this is on Monday, September 1st, 2025. I think this is a holiday because the market opened here and end at 12 at noon. I think this is on holiday, but the I can explain to you what this system is. Let me hide this again. So when the market open, we're going to count the A bar on 5-minute chart, right? We're gonna count the A bar. Oh crap. Okay. We're going to count the A bar. So this is the first bar, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and seventh, and eight. Eight is this doji right here, right? You see this doji? So what you want to do is you have to mark the high of this bar and the low of this bar. Right, okay. Yeah, this bar right here. And what you want to do is if the market close above this, you go for long. And if the market close below, you go for short, right? And that's what we did in here. And so basically all of these nodes are basically my imagination of what I'm going to do while I'm in the trade. So in this case, we go for a long, right? We begin to go long at this bar right here. This is the bar we're going to go long because it's close above. This bar, you may not see it, but can I move? I think, yeah, this bar, you see this bar. So this bar close kind of right in the zone, and this one closed down right in the zone, so we don't touch any trade. But actually, we go from this one, this bar close above the zone. You see, from the high, about the high of this bar. So we go long from this. Now, where is the stop loss? Well, the stop loss, you just have to say, you have to put stop loss properly. This is one of the rules that I seen that I define for myself. We cannot put a stop loss right below consolidation because consolidation will stop you out. So what you want to do is, in this case, if you put stop loss right here, you're gonna get stop loss from here. So I treat that as a loss, right? However, if I put stop loss down here, at least on this, if I treat this as a swing, and I think we can go back to 1 minute and find a recent swing. So basically, the rule of the stop loss is we put the nearest swing high or swing low. And if we go back to 1 minute, maybe we can try something. But that's what yeah, that's the rule. So in this case, I treat this as a lot, as a loss. And as far as I know, this is not a big loss. This is like 2 point, which is like 40, 80s, I believe. Yeah, $2 on the price action, and like I think that's like 80s. just hit stop on. And yeah, and I also do other things like, okay, what if it's revert? If top stop me out and enter again, then I think there's a chance I'm gonna enter here again, and I put stop loss right here because it's a swing. The most recent swing. And if we see this dozy, we probably just get out right away, and that's it for another trading day. Yeah, you see how this system works now. Um, so so far this is small loss, and if I go to this day, it's a very big win. You see on Tuesday, September 2nd, we see how it's a very big win. This is the A bar right here, and so we touch the source position because it's close below. Now we cannot put stop loss here because we know this is consolidation, right? So if you see the chart, it's gonna be like this, right? So we don't put stop loss right here. We have to put stop loss up here, and that will be a win. And when I see, usually this is very common pattern when I see consolidation in a strong trend. That's I have been doing this a lot, so I'm very confident to say that if I see this, I will add more position. If I even see this, I will add more position. This is right here is a call continuation. So you can add more here, or you can even add more here. Okay, and I took profit on this bar. Okay, I took profit on this bar because this bar indicate of the base exhaustion. Um, and there are other things that I also consider before I get out. But this is just it really depends on how you read the price action, right? This strategy just define your entry, right? It basically define your maximum loss and maximum profit that you can take. But when you in a trade, you must manage the position really well. And to make money, um, if if the system gives a high win rate, then as long as you add more position and hold more position, you always make money at the end. Right? So we're gonna go to Wednesday here, the same thing, right? So this is the profit of 24. So far we already get the profit around 20 point, right? 20 point is like 80 pips, right? 1 point is 4 pips, got 80 pips. So 20 points. Um, in here, you see the A bar is this spot right here. So this is the loss right here, right? Because we took the short position this way, right? And when we revert back, we get stormed down right here. This is the most recent swing high. This is a very stop loss, okay? A very, very stop loss. But what we do here is there's another rule for the system, okay? When we get stormed out on one side, we go into get on the other side. Right? We're gonna get into position on the other side and double our position. So let's say if I trade here for 4 contracts, I will enter here again on 8 contracts. Okay. And at this point, I think at this point we should touch partial profit. Let's say if I have 8 contracts, I will touch around 6 profit here, and I get the other 2 contracts let run and maybe break even from here. And I guess that's how I'm gonna manage my position, right? Because this is so very weakness. At this point, if you see this, take position, take profit, right? And so that's the rule. So in this case, I guess it can be a break-even trade if I manage my position really well, right? Um, the thing is, there's one thing about this is what make us trader confident in taking the opposite side and double position, right? Because what happens if you double position, you're gonna take a loss again. And this is where I just think you just have to redefine the thing. What I'm doing with the system is that as long as the past data research prove me that it's working, what I can do is that I don't have to improve my winning. I can improve my loss, right? I can improve my loss in a way like, for example, first, instead of waiting for I get storm down like this. Can I get out early from here, right? Or um, or make sure that I have other confluence when I enter on the other opposite side. Like in this trade, right? In this trade, you're gonna see something very. Uh, this is how ES behave recently that I noticed a lot, right? You see here in the overnight range, we go quite bullish, and so we expect that it's gonna be sell off, right? And usually, this is how ES behave. It's gonna go sell off a bit at the beginning, and then it's gonna fake, right? It's gonna fake the sell off, and it's gonna go back up again, and it's gonna be from the beginning. From there, it's going to go back down again. You're gonna see this pattern a lot on ES. It's not guaranteed, but this is how you improve your trading, right? You notice the pattern, and in this case, if I notice that pattern a lot, I might I will be confident to take the opposite side of the trade in here with double my position. And also, this bar is a very strong bar. It's also revert all of this consolidation. You see that it's like a breakout bar, right? Um, you might enable volume and see how the volume can be interpreted as well. I don't trade with the volume a lot. I do sometimes, but what I usually look at 1 minute and trade with the volume on the 1 minute to anticipate breakout. But that's another different kind of trend strategy that I'm talking about. So now let's go to Thursday. Okay, I did Thursday here and I stop here. So let's do this. Now Thursday is awesome, right? It's awesome. This is the A bar. We don't touch the downside. It's close here, so we begin taking this up profit. So the maximum you can take on this day is actually up here. So let's say if you hold position, right? If you hold position, you actually make 45 pips, 45 points. That's 100 or more 200 pips. Tick, sorry. Let's say max profit for this system. Okay, let's say max profit. Extremely behaving very well. Oh, okay. That's fine. So that's the max profit. Now, what happened if I'm in the trade? To me, if I see this bar, I will not get out yet, but I might take partial profit, right? I might take partial profit. Um, or I may not, depend how I interpret the day. Um, as far as I understand, this is also something I noticed. When you see consolidation on the Asian session, like overnight range, you're gonna have a big move on the US session, which is either downside or upside. So in this state, I think um, I think with this I will be happy just to take partial profit, right? However, if I see this bar right here, you see this bar, I will add more my position. I will add more, and I will move stop loss just right below right here, right? Um, and I will take my position, and I will keep running quite a bit. I think if it's me at this point, I will move stop loss here because my reason is that like I want I can take a loss, but I know that the strength of the bull can go up higher, right? The reason is you might say, okay, the reason is we actually break out the overnight range and we also have a reversal on the sell off like this. You see, it's fake this again, fake the upside, go down and go to the other side, go to the real side, which is the bullish side. Okay, so we may add more position here. What's the difference from this day compared to this? To me, I don't like this doji ten. To me, doji ten like this. The reason also, it cannot break out from the overnight range, right? So I think on this day, it's better to take profit here. But this one, we managed to break out overnight range, even though it's overlap, but it's just consolidation. So the bull still display very strength here, right? consolidation, but it's continuation of bullish. Bullish lay very strength, right? And the bar is a breakout bar from our overnight range. See, and so on this side, what I think I should do is, if I'm not confident in my thinking, let's say if I trade so many contracts, we can actually just take a small profit only, right? Take small profit only and let the big one run. We need to do that, and we can even break even here because this bar is a very big bar. Like we can just break even, which is fine, and we keep holding, right? Now, see here, once we're in the bullish trend like this, right, shouldn't get out immediately. A lot of people are gonna sell out here, but we know that if you want, usually you can imagine that if this is a real reversal, you need another leg down here, so it may go back up down here to swap this high, this consolidation phase. So you can actually put stop loss right below the consolidation phase. Even if I have my position here, I can just put stop loss here and hope, there's no guarantee in trading, but I know with the bulls still displaying very much strength, so it's best to hold and let it continue to run up. If you see this bar right here, this is the bar where you see how this bar, it's called a climbers bar because it's the biggest bar at the lay of the trend. You see how it's bigger than this one, and it's equal size at this beginning of the trend. So that means usually after this bar, you want to wait until you see some doji and you have to take profit. I would take profit right here as well, or even right here. Is it better if you have two doji? Take all profit here. Right? That's it. Now, if it was me, I would say yes, we will take profit here. Okay. So this system right now allows us, if I manage my position really well, add more, I can make more than 45 points. I can guarantee you that, more than 45 points. So far this week, make 60 points already. You just assume 60 points. We assume the worst of the worst, okay? We'll take a screenshot of this day, Thursday, September. Now we go to Friday. Yep, Friday 5th. Right here. Now I'm just going to move my key level. So this is the low of the day. This is the high of the day of the US session, and this is going to be the closing. Okay. So the overnight range, we take from this to 6 p.m. Okay. So okay, where is okay? So today the market open here. So we count 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this bar right here is looking so good because we in a very, very strong trend. This is a very strong trend. You're gonna see this a lot at the beginning of a big trend where you see very weak of the bull try to push up, but in the middle, you're gonna anticipate in the middle, the bull is going to give out. Okay, that's how you're gonna see it. And you see how this bar is another climbers bar. It's not guaranteed you have a climbers bar, but sometimes it's happen. You can just have profit here, keep holding for the climbers bar, and take more profit here as well. Never ever position on climbers bar. This is very dangerous. So that's the A bar. So what is the pricing we do here? So in my opinion, if this is the beginning of the session right here, then the A bar gonna be this one, and I will take the bull off because it break out of the overnight range. It display very good bullish trend. There's no reason we don't take the bull. Right? There's no reason not. And also overnight range consolidation as well. I think this consolidation from a rally, so it makes sense we anticipate sell, right? But how much we don't know. Like I say, in the system, we don't really want to predict much about this key level, right? Now, but however, what I find is that if it's the closing, we open here above the closing, right? And we also see in the session that the closing can add as a support as well. You see, so it makes sense. This is a perfect trade on the downside because you spend the high and the closing like this on a very good trend. This bar is a signal bar without a wick. Without wick, you see, this is perfect system. This is perfect entry. Bar without wicks after for red bar with lower wick. This indicates bull give up. The bull just give up to start a trend. So it must go another leg, if you know what I mean. So it's gonna go for, and also this is break the support level of closing price. So this is the confluence, break the level of support. The confluence also the signal of the strategy, right? So we just keep writing it down. And here, I would say if I hold and I don't have more position, right? I don't have more position anything, then I will get out from here, right? So I would assume the worst, right? Or the worst of the worst. So, actually, that's pretty bad. I think so. Give me a position. Now I think it's best to get out from here. This is where you want to get out actually. First, we have a climate bar, okay, and then you have a reversal pattern between forming. This is where you just get out. Even if the downtrend continuation, at that point you should downside. For me personally, I will downside my sides and I will enter continue on the trend. But for me, this is allow me already get 41 points on this trend. 41 points, okay, 41 points on this trend. This is a perfect day. We just have to keep holding. We can. If it was me, I will add more here as well. Okay. Add more position here. It's very strong. Now, if I take in 1 minute, let me see. Where's stop loss on this? If we enter here, well, stop loss must be the most swing high, and we just have to put it in here. There's no way you put it. Right? I will put in here because what if this is consolidation, right? Then it's gonna open. However, because the confluence, let's say the confluence is really strong like this, is it just put it here. I'll put here in the first place, and during the trade, it may go up consolidation. I may get out early, basically. It might span this. It might close in here as well. I would get out. Maybe the rule here is okay. Okay, I just discovered something. Maybe we get out when assume the position is wrong. We get out if we get another signal bar on the other side, right? I will put stop loss here. So let's say if you have, let's say if we go back here, some green bar close here, I may just get out because it trigger on the other side. I may just get out, but I might not get into position just yet. The reason if The reason I don't want to get in position here, actually I would get in position. If I get a pull and let's close here, I will get in position. I will put stop loss in the screen down here and my target actually up here. Because at this point, what this means is that we in a beginning of consolidation. We just basically, the whole day going to be consolidation. That means we can buy low, sell high, and sell high and buy low, right? Um, when we trade with the trend, remember we buy high, we sell higher, and we sell low and we sell lower, and we buy lower, right? But in consolidation day, we can buy low, sell high, and sell high, buy low. That's it. So I think if it's reverse this, I will enter on the position. Depending on the price action, so I will enter on the other position and double it as well. I think it looks really good. Let's say if this spread is soft, the reason what I assume is that I would say if we don't have these weeks, and revert back close here, I will set the other side immediately. The reason is when you don't have wick, it's not because the trend are strong. Now the trend are strong not because the bear are weaker. The bear are sorry, not because the bulls are weaker. The bull just stepped temporarily so that the bear can get in. But the moment the bear take profit, the bull's gonna come in and push the market high again. That's what you have the SPY. Like this SPY basically an indication of trading range. Now this here is not a SPY. You can clearly see the wicks here. So the bull actually tried to fight back. That's a very healthy trend. Okay, that's a very good signal. That's a very healthy trend. And then the moment this signal buy close without a wick, that's when you know that this trend gonna come a very parabolic, right? It's gonna go really, really fast. This is a very extreme good signal. This is extreme good trend. Like you should make up add more position here, and I keep add more until we see this buy and we take it out all the way out. Basically. So you see at the beginning of the trend, both are trying to fight back. So maybe not a spike, not a consolidation day. Okay. Um. Good. What else I can see here? This one signal bar also break down this here as well. So this is all the confluence that we get. Not spike. Not a spike. So it's not consolidation phase. Break down the hour. Break down the closing. That's it, right? And also a signal bar closing very strongly. This is all the confluence. If you see this bar, no one's going to buy it. Like just not. You see this? You might think we go up again. Sure, in trading, nothing is guaranteed, but this is like 60% of win. Right, 60% is gonna go outside because how bar looks. That's it. That's the price action that I'm trading. All right. So today we got plus 41 points. Right, so that's actually, let me take a screenshot again. Let's see, Friday, September 4. I believe September 5th. Okay. All right, we're going to go to September Monday, September 8th, Monday. Let me adjust the low of day, the high of day, higher. We sell up, so the closing go back down. Okay. So this is Monday, September 8th. You see how consolidation runs again? It's a rally from Friday, and we just in consolidation for the whole session. The overnight range is around here. Okay. So we look for the A bar. Okay. So you see how closing price as a support again, and also the overnight range support it right here at the low of the overnight range. Sometimes the overnights are gonna overlap with the closing and they at a support level. So we have a support level here, support level here. So it's kind of makes sense that if it's for me, I might tend for the bull until the bear breakout. But this is just 50%, right? I don't have anything to say which side gonna win. We're inside the overnight range, so consolidation might just happen the whole day as well. Obviously, for volatility of US is higher, so that's why you see after the fact, right? You see it just go really slow. Okay, but let's do our strategy. So 1, 2, 3, 4 here, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is a bar. Okay. Okay. So if it's for me, okay, we go into take first position here. This first position here. Now this is 50-50, right? I cannot say that although I tend for the bull because we have a very good support level, but the system tell me, okay, the signal bar, I'll go down, I'll go down. Okay, that's fine. Uh, although in this case, the EZ actually triggers, right? It's, it's showing a lot of dozy, a lot of red bar to say that, okay, the best trade winning, but then it's revert back again, right? But that's fine. We enter here. That means we're gonna lose because I'm gonna put stop loss right here. I'm not supposed to stop here now, but I actually think the swing is just too low. I may just put right up here a little bit, just but right here. Okay. So first stop loss. This is first stop loss. Now, if I enter this trade and if I see this bar immediately revert this, should I get out immediately or should I keep my trade? If I see this bar, we technically still in consolidation. Like this whole thing is consolidation. No bar actually trying to revert all the low yet, right? When you need a very big bar to revert everything, right? In this case, this bar actually is not even that strong. Um, it is strong, but like we're still in consolidation, right? The body is still in this zone. I wish that we have here and this bar swap up here, right? Break all of this high, but it cannot. And so should I take this position, double position? Should I get out from here and just take the other side of the long and double position? I don't think so. I don't know. I actually don't know. Like this time it works, but I just don't see how I would do this. The reason, the reason is that you see how this works. It's still up, but it's very weak. And then you have a revert back again, right? And then it keep doing it until the closing. That's it. That's a consolidation day. Now, my experience tell me this strategy actually works also very well on consolidation day, right? The reason is you can you can pretty much go 1-1 ratio on the first position a lot, and then on the second position you can also double position and then get the profit for 1-1 ratio from the other side as well. Um, but this is what I think. If I aim in for 1-1 here, from here's 1-1, that means I aim in for this downside. That tells me two scenario, right? Three scenario. We don't have that right away. Or we're gonna go down. We take my profit and it's consolidation and go back up, or it's gonna go a big trend day, a big downside trend day, which is break this level, break the closing, break the overnight range, break closing, and go downside a lot, right? So in the attitude, I'm winning, and I'm winning hard actually. But what about this? What if it's revert here? Should we take the trade? I just don't think we should take the trade. I would just accept the loss and move on. I would not, at this point, I'm wrong against the market, and nothing you can do. I have to get out soon. Right. First, it's consolidation. We also inside the OR again. So there is no side to say that whoever winning. I cannot just assume that it's gonna go bull from there, right? Cannot assume it's gonna bull from there. So there's no confidence for me to take the other side of the trade. So at this point, I think I'll take the loss and move on with my day. That's it. So minus A for the day. There's nothing that I can do. Yeah, I cannot do that. I will not take the opposite side. This here, usually I think this one, we can take the opposite side, but it must go less than 1-1. I would take profit right here, right away. Right. If it works out, I will take profit right away because my stop loss right here. And if I double my position as well, there's a chance if it's go back down here, I will get out immediately. Right? I will get out immediately. Uh, um, because this breakout is not strong. Let's say here, this buy is strong, but it's just a in consolidation phase. This breakout bar is not strong out of the overnight range. We cannot add more position. It's impossible. We just have to take the loss, move on. So if let's say if taking the other opposite side and double position, according to the rule, right? We must get out immediately. Right. Let me just take another test here. When, like, we just have to get out immediately when the breakout bar out of the zone and the OR is very weak. Okay, and we see weaker and weaker both. Right, we must say immediately. Now, if it's go back to the zone, we must get out immediately and call it a day. Okay, that's it. That's what we have to do. If this is an error, if I touch the other side of the trade, it might be a win, but I must save myself from being stupid. Right? So see the day, we -9 for the day. I'm gonna take a screenshot. It's the Monday. It's a consolidation day in the middle. We in the closing price. We above yesterday low, and we below the Friday's high. That's it. Okay. So we do the same thing, right? I'm gonna move. I'm gonna close in position here. It's a very small ranging day. At the end of the day, right? Yeah, it's just consolidation. There's nothing you can say about it. Okay, now we go to Tuesday, September 9. Right here, right? Overnight range up here. I would say the overnight is only around here. That means we intend to bearish, and the bearish already happened on the overnight range. So you may guess, okay, you already guess, right? If we're gonna fake out, it's gonna break out, fake out the rally, go down again, and then do the real thing. See, you see it happen. We must get out first, get up first, right? The target can be up here as well, and then go down again at the bottom, and go up from there. You see how it always check out with the key level, right? Um, yeah, I don't want to say much about this. Like, let's continue to do it the next time. But if you think about this, right? We actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the bar. This is the day where it has a lot of signals here. We're not go over this next time. I'm tired now. Um, but looking at this, I can already see. If it was me, I'm gonna enter on this trade. Yeah, we get this. We get our right away. Stop loss here, right? Now, if I see this, should I get in? If I see this, I will get in. I think this this is the market. It's gonna trap me. This is for sure. Um, I know this. I don't know. You never know if this is a trap, right? However, this bar actually really big. Is it track too big compared to other bar? It's abnormally big. You see what I mean? When you see something big, sometimes it's a trap. So my question is, if okay, yeah, my question, like if I'm honest with myself, right? I will touch this trade. But now if now that after the fact, right? Maybe I will rethink it. Maybe I will rethink it next time. Although it looks very big, I have a feeling because the bulls are not there. Like it's a trap. Like how do I say it? Trap. Bulls are not fighting back. I have a feeling if I look at on volume, if I enable the volume, you know this volume, this bar equal to this bar because the bulls are not stepping in. If you don't have, this is one of the price action principle that I'm using a lot. A strong trend means you need to have both sides are fighting, and one side must overwhelm the other side. Right? That's how a strong trend works. If you don't have one side to overwhelm the other side, there's a chance that's just a trap. A trap here means it's just that one side stepping out temporarily until the other side stepping in aggressively and reverse the market. To me, that's just how I think about the market. Okay, but this is extremely big. It's yeah, you have to extremely be cautious here. Very big. So you can see how this bar formed based on based on the time of how you see it. For example, you're gonna see how uh, on the 1 minute, let's say you're gonna see a very big bar follow up with each other, um, and it's not going fast, but like it's go very steadily on the downside, and you don't have moves fighting back. And to me, that's something that maybe we can improve on the system. But let me see. I want to enable a volume here. This volume is 27K. And this volume is 23. Okay. I would enter this. I would enter this trade. But if you see this bar, I think we should immediately get out with a loss. If you see this volume, this is a crazy day. Like if I see this and see this, Yeah, I think we should get out, right? Without even the volume. If you see this two, I think we should get out immediately. And if you can get out down here, just a small win, or it doesn't matter, right? Small win, small, it doesn't matter. Just get out right away. Don't get it reversal back. Because if I take a look at the volume, this is crazy volume. This right here, man, the boost basically overwhelmed the bear now. The bear cannot push further. So in this case, if you are a reversal trader, I think you can actually take reversal here. The best way is enter right here, stop loss here, and you can ride along the trend until we get a signal on the other side, the opposite trade. You can even add more here and keep right the direction, right? Because it's a very strong trend. This one right here, yeah, this one is look normal. It just reverse all the buyer or the seller and continue with the trade. This buy is not absurdly bigger. This looks very healthy. This is climbers right here. Climbers sometimes can be 3 to 4 bars separately, or you have up one big bar. In this case, we have 3 bar that's closed so strongly on the upside. So that's the climbers. Although at the end of the day, all right, I'm gonna get back on this at a later time in the day. But that's it for today. This is going to remove the volume. And all right, we're gonna get back on this tomorrow. I'm gonna continue doing this for the whole September and the whole October. I'm gonna trade a prop firm for this strategy on Alpha Future for just one account and see how it goes. I have another strategy that I have been trading for my fund the future and also for Top Step. So far, my fund the future, I have 4 accounts. One of the account is already a funded account. I'm the other strategy I'm using for this platform also a systematic trading, but I'm using it on Nasdaq and not S&P. But they have the same principle. I'm gonna may introduce the strategy later, but right now I need to do backtesting a lot research on S&P, and because I think it's a very good strategy that to train psychology and to train price action trading. All right, so that's it for today. I'll see you later. Thank you.